up against Devontae Adams. Like it doesn't matter what safety we would have had out there. That was a mismatch all the way. And that's what I
Mm-hmm.
mean by, just Robert Saleh getting outclassed. That was a boneheaded mistake there. There's no way any of our safeties should be lined up against him. So that was too easy.
Well, I was also looking at it like, don't we have corners like, Ches Lucas and Dare Luter Jr.? Like, why aren't these guys getting a? Why don't we just leave Mustafa and Brown in there and just, put the corners that we've actually seen do okay out there to play coverage? I was perplexed as I'm watching this game, like, hmm, you
Yeah.
know. But the main thing, like, at the end of the game, I was looking at it going, so basically we 2 turnover on downs, a fumble and an INT. So we basically turned
Mhm.
the ball over 4 times
Yep.
total between
Yeah.
everything.
What's up, Bebop?
And
Dion, what
we
up, player?
still scored what, 26 points?
Still threw up 26 points. Excuse me, the offense did come alive. Um, you
Better
know,
late than never, but
yeah, the first quarter, you mentioned the first quarter, it was a complete waste. That first quarter was nothing. They just kept shooting themselves in the foot. Couldn't get out of their own way. And I can't blame Kyle on that because it came down to execution. I mean, well, I can blame him on that goddamn 4th-and-1 play. Like, even though that was a bad execution, but we've talked about this before, and it showed up later in the game. CMC and Brian Robinson Jr., right? Brian Robinson is your big back. He's running hard. We've seen in the past couple of weeks just run over people. Why not put the big back in there in that situation? If you're just going to run it, let him, if he needs to run over a person, pick up that tough yard.
The last couple games, Brian Robinson has come alive.
Yeah.
I'm looking at this like, can we maybe dial back CMC's carries? You want to give him some more checkdowns, go ahead. So he gets his touches. Why not? But can we dial back his carries just 4 or 5 and give Robinson somewhere around 13, 14 carries maybe?
Yeah.
But yeah, he's come alive. I'm looking at that like, I mean, we could be just pounding the ball all game long with those two, and it kind of seemed like the Rams' weakness was the outside runs from what I was seeing. I'm looking at that like, now keep in mind the last 3 seasons they've drafted a ton of defensive linemen in the first 3 rounds, right? So, and it's coming to fruition at this point.
Yeah.
And we're basically in the same boat. We just drafted 3 defensive linemen in 1 draft.
Yep.
And I mean, they got to get playing time to actually work out. I did see CJ West make a couple plays that makes me go, you have it. You just need to be more consistent with it.
Yeah, exactly. But you get consistent through playing time, right? Like that's you learn by playing. That's how you get consistent, right? Like Alfred Collins didn't start off the year being the player that we saw him, the past couple of weeks. But he got that consistent playing time, so he was able to develop. CJ West didn't play a lot the past few weeks. But now that, guys are injured, all of a sudden he's in there starting the game. So we've talked about this a lot. Like they need to do a better job of getting these young guys on the field, getting them the reps so that they develop. Dion says he always runs CMT into the ground and uses an excuse of he won't come out if he's not the head coach. That's right. I'm with you. Like you're the coach. The players have to listen to the coach. And I know CMC has free reign to go in and out the game as he sees fit, but they got to hold him back and say, no, stay there. We're going to give Brian Robinson like this series, or at least, hey, this package of plays. I want him to run the ball 5 times before coming off the field. Like, let him get into a rhythm and get lathered up. Right? We saw that last week in the Giants game when they gave him 3 runs in a row and he went on to produce a touchdown. Like, that's what you got to do. You can't have him in there for a run or 2 and then immediately take him off the field. You got to let him go.
Mm-hmm.
We were in dime a lot of times. I know. Bebop, I started off the show talking about how Robert Saleh got out coached, and that was part of it. They were in their heavy 3 tight end package, and we were very light in the box. Very light. It's crazy. It's crazy. Bad game. That was, like I said, that was a Nick Sorensen gem.
It was a bad game.
Yeah.
But, I've seen people, like, someone made a post on Twitter who I'm not into naming names, but we were talking about number 57, Gifford. And no, he didn't look great. There was a play in the game where I'm like, where's the offensive pass interference? Like, that was the obvious push off. How
the one he pushed off,
what is the ref doing this? I mean, what is going on here? But it was painful, obvious push off, and they just let it go. I'm like, wow, it's going to be one of those games, is what I said, because it was kind of early when that happened. But I mean, he's not that great at coverage. Okay, but and then, people pounding the table for Nick Martin. Now, okay, so Nick Martin is a linebacker. Like folks are saying, he's not a strong side linebacker. What did he play in college, folks? Like, what when you play middle linebacker, strong side, and weak side linebacker, you can play strong side linebacker.
Yeah,
you can play them all. So it's like, that is just not an argument. Like, right now he's young. He needs to develop. That's why he's not on the field. He needs to develop. And that's what they're doing. They're developing him.
Yeah.
So, it ain't you can't play him a strong side linebacker. That's not his position. That's not the case.
Yeah.
It's like,
what's up,
like
Jason?
Our offensive line. Okay, if we can't play Nick Martin because he's out of position, then obviously we shouldn't have Spencer Burford at left guard, Pooney
or
at right guard.
Exactly.
I made a joke that Jake Brindle was a backup center for 7 years before he came here. So he's also playing out of position.
Yeah. Like, and just thinking of the defense, if you look at our safeties, they're both really strong safeties. Both trying to mask as, free safeties at times, and it doesn't work. The thing about the whole weak side, strong side linebacker, strong side just means you're lining up across the tight end or the strong side of formation, right? And you're stacking that tight end if there's a rush, or you're following him out. That's all it is. That's really all it is. So you can coach a guy up to play that role. It's not a big transition like going from right guard to left tackle. All you're doing is saying, hey, face up against this man. If it's a run, try to stack him up to turn things back inside. Or if you're playing man, whatever, you're covering him out. But the whole Nick Martin thing goes back to our conversation of, you drafted these young guys for a purpose. They're going to be your go-to guys in the future. Start developing them now. Of this rookie draft class that everyone's so excited about, Nick Martin is the lone guy that is yet to see the field.
Yes.
Right? Everyone else has saw the field, gotten playing times, gotten reps, have time to develop. He's the lone holdout. But when we've seen him in preseason, how dynamic he looks, how he's out there making plays. We should have gotten him on the field in some way, shape, or form, right? He should have been coached up more. Like even at the beginning of the year, the talk was, hey, he needs to prove he can play good special teams. Well, he plays special teams in the preseason pretty well. Like, why not keep him on that unit to help develop him even more?
And that's how, it's like, okay, you could only do so much for a player in practice. Without him actually getting in a real NFL game and seeing live reps, how much are you actually developing him? Right? Like quarterbacks, yeah, these guys that come from systems that have that are like night and day compared to the NFL system, yeah, they're going to need a while to learn the system.
Yeah.
But guys like Dylan Gabriel coming in for the Browns, like this is probably not the greatest example, but he's not looking bad for a rookie quarterback. He's not.
No.
The guy that came in for the Giants, Jackson Dart, which was the guy I actually liked pre-draft. But I also said he's a developmental project. Like you're going to need to give him some time. And Giants got nothing but time, so he's getting playing time, and that's just how it is. Young players need to play to develop, and that's what we're seeing right now. Is we see all our young players out there playing, they're getting time, they're developing. As the season goes, this unit will get better. They're really young, but as the season goes, they'll get better. They'll get better cohesion. If we can actually keep the same guys on the field, which would be a miracle at this point, and they'll really develop some cohesion.
Yeah,
I mean, it's just the whole injury situation is just frustrating. It's
there were none this week. So hey,
I know.
Look at that.
It was great.
Imagine that. None. Kyle had nothing to talk about in terms of injuries. We didn't see any stupid reports like breaking, this guy's injured. None of that. It was wonderful to see. And we actually got news of guys possibly returning. What a turnaround that is. So it was great. Yes. Dion, we saw that earlier. Poor old Brian Daboll got let go. I said enough is enough.
Ooh. That's kind of a hairy situation if you think about it, because now Jackson Dart's going to get another head coach, and it's like, well, I didn't pick this guy. How many times have you seen that in the NFL?
Yeah,
a team, they pick a quarterback and then they fire someone. Mainly, it's the Bears that do this. Let's be honest, folks. Okay.
Yep.
But then they fire someone, and that guy's like, well, I got this young quarterback I have to play and see what he's got, but he's not my guy.
Yep.
So, within the next season or two, they moved on from that guy onto the next guy. It's like, the Bears are notorious for doing this, although it looks like Caleb Williams might be a pretty decent quarterback. So.
Yeah, I think they like him. They'll stick around. Jackson Dart is pretty good. He can sling it. I think they ran him too much, which of course led to him getting injured yesterday. That's part of it. You get these young quarterbacks. Oh, he can run. Let's run him. Hey, this ain't the league to be running in. You get hurt real fast. See all the quarterbacks. They all have gotten hurt some way, somehow. So there you go. But yes. Yeah, I think the team right now has been inconsistent. 1 week they look good, the next bad, next week good, the next bad. This was the bad week, right? Where they look just totally bad, which you didn't want to see them coming home and looking that bad. But they're good for a stinker at home at least once a year. And hopefully this was it, because we only have 3 games on the road the rest of the year. And what is that? That makes it 1, 2, 3, 4 games at home. So hopefully those 4 games, we will be looking good. But we got 3 games to go until the bye. We're at Arizona, at home against the Panthers. Then we travel to Cleveland. So although we are 6-4 right now, which isn't a bad record, if we win these next three, we're 9-4 going into the bye. And we're looking
It would
good.
be nice. It would be nice.
It would be nice. 9-4 going into the bye, and these are very winnable games.
You know, I mean, you make the playoffs, it's anyone's game at that point.
Well, yeah.
But you know, with this young a team,
out to
can we
Jess.
count on
East
them
Coast ready
doing
to
a
go.
lot? You know,
Yeah.
Hey,
It's a great time to
what's
go on
up,
a streak.
Jess?
That's right. We haven't been on a streak since the beginning of the season when we won 3 in a row. Ever since then, it's been win, loss, win, loss, win, loss. So we need to go on a streak. This is the time to do it. We're playing teams that I'm not going to say they're easy wins, because there's no easy win in the NFL, right? You still got to go out and play. But these three teams aren't playing good football right now. They aren't.
Yes. Now the Cardinals did beat the Cowboys a couple weeks ago, folks, but I don't know if that's such a hard thing. I mean,
we all know that story, right? It's their year. They're so good. X, Y, and Z. And they go against a team from a real division and they get beat. That defense is still trash. Like, forget about it. Forget about it. They are not a real team. I'm sorry. They're just the biggest bandwagon front runners out there.
You know, the Jets having a fire sale, you know, the whole Jermaine Johnson thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, this is not a fire sale. This is the Jets swindling is what it was, okay?
Yeah.
Because they wanted a 2nd round pick for him.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
You know, it's like, seriously? And I mean, the Dolphins actually swindled the Eagles out of a 3rd round pick for Jalen Phillips. So I get, you know,
it's just that time of year where teams are looking, you know, desperate, thinking they can make a run if they get that piece. If you sell high, hey, I want this for them. I want a 2nd. I want a 1st. I want this, and see who bites. That's why you hold firm until the trade deadline and see who bites. You know, that's why I tip my cap to John Lynch. Everyone, you know, put his feet to the fire if he didn't do anything. He stuck to his guns. At the beginning of the year, he said, hey, we're not buying these rentals. We're not paying these guys a lot of money. We're trying to build for the future. And he stuck to that at the trade deadline.
Right? He actually said, if we trade for anyone, it's gonna help us now and into the future.
Yeah. He wants guys that can be around for not just to the end of the season, but longer.
Yep.
So that was his whole MO. And he stuck to that. And you gotta tip your cap to a guy that sticks to his principles, that's sticking to the game plan. Even though we've got a ton of injuries, he still isn't sacrificing our whole future for something that can be just right now. So I like that. I thought it was great.
I honestly didn't expect a big move. You know, I'm like,
no,
expecting like a, you know, late round pick maybe for Arden Key, or like maybe a late round pick for like Chase Young to get us through the year. You know, I wasn't counting on it, but I'm like, if they're going to do something, it's probably going to be something like that. You know?
And if you look at his history of what he's done since he's been here, isn't that what he's always done? It's always a 5th, 6th, 7th round pick for some guy who's at the end of his contract or something. It doesn't cost us anything, and they bring him in. We have never traded, you know, oh, we're going to trade a 1st round pick for this guy and bring him in. We're giving up 2 seconds for this guy and bring him in. He's never done that. So I don't know where that expectation come from. Like, oh, John Lynch is he's going to break the bank and bring in this guy. He just doesn't do it.
Well, all the people that were pounding the table for Trey Hendrickson, it's like, Cincinnati, they were like they want a first round pick and a young player that'll help them now and into the future. It's like,
yeah,
for a guy that's 31 and
mm-hmm.
gonna have an expiring contract.
Yeah.
So it's like, does this make any sense for anyone to pull the trigger? It doesn't.
Yeah. You talk about teams fleecing other teams. That's what the Bengals were looking to do. Because they wanted a first. Then they wanted like a first, second, third round talent of a player still on their rookie deal. That's what they were looking for. And I understand Trey Hendrickson is great. He's a great player. But you would have to give that up, get Hendrickson, hope to sign him to a big extension, etc. It's a whole lot going on there. And I don't think any team bid on that one. They were like, nah, that's just way too much.
And I again got tip my cap to the Jets. I mean, holy moly.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, Jerry Jones. Yeah, he overpaid for a guy. What's new? Okay.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, a second round this year and a first rounder next year for Quinnen Williams. And Quinnen Williams is a good player, but like I was saying, in a group that I don't know if he's declining or if it's just playing for the Jets is meaningless.
I know,
which it really could be, but he's not having a great year.
No,
but still, I mean, you give up those draft picks for a guy, and then you trade for the Bengals for Logan Wilson, who got benched.
I know.
Fix that defense, buddy. There you go.
Defense still trash. I know. I want to comment on it. I want to talk about this. Bebop threw up, said something. We had some crucial flags. Without some of those, score might have been different. You are not lying, my friend. There were some flags that were thrown. There were some flags that should have been thrown. Like this is one of those games where I really was like, "What the f are the refs doing? Like what is going? What are they seeing? Because like things are clear, and it's not like we needed replay to see them. We clearly saw them in real time. What's up, Sin? How you doing? Thanks for stopping by. Like the first non-pass interference call on Juwan Jennings, like that DB clearly got there early and was on Jennings' back, and there's no flag. And it's like, wait, what? What is happening right now?
I saw that happen a couple times, buddy.
And it happened a couple of times throughout the game. Oh yeah,
I was going, "Where's the flag?" Like,
yeah,
our defensive back does that. It's
quick.
Watch out.
Oh, Jason said, it's bad when Hawks fan texted me saying that the refs are truly against us with those flags on Sunday. Yeah. Yeah. They called George Kittle for illegal motion, right? Offense, illegal motion. George clearly goes in motion, stops. 2 feet are set. No one else is moving. They snap the ball, throw the flag. And I'm like, who? What?
George Kittle was looking at him like, huh?
Yeah, because he couldn't believe it. He said no one was in motion. There was no one in motion. Just says bad calls and no calls, even holding. Guys were getting trouble. Yeah. Yeah. If you go back and look at some photos from the game, you clearly see guys getting like pulled. Rams pulling on our guys. It's like, where's the flag? It's crazy. That was bad. That was real bad. And you know what's bad? When you see George Kittle like in the ref's face talking to the refs, because that's not what he does. He's a guy that just will go, he'll have banter with them, of course, and that's George. He has banter with everyone, right? He'll talk to the popcorn guy, the janitors. That's just George. But when you see him literally on the field talking to the refs, like, yo, what are you doing? You know it's bad. And that's the day we had.
Hey, man, you remember me saying something about, our number 57 was covering Ferguson, their tight end. And you saw that. Like, the guy actually put his arms on him, extended him, pushed him 2 yards back,
it was a
and then took
push.
off running. It's like, where's the offensive pass interference? Like,
it was a literal push.
Like,
yeah,
I was like that. I was like, there's a flag right there. As the play was going on, didn't throw it. I was going, what?
Yeah.
Like, that was painfully obvious. Hello.
Yeah. Even one downfield that he dropped, that the tight end dropped, he pushed off one arm. That was a stiff arm. And it was like, wait, hold up. Are we not calling anything today? It was bad. That was bad. And I know we can always say, oh, the refs screwed up such and such. But like I said, some of these were clear and obvious that we saw them in real time. Damn, a TV replay. Like, you clearly saw it in real time.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like, I can't believe that just happened. I can't believe there was no flag. I can't believe they threw a flag. It was rough, as if the game itself wasn't rough enough. The refs added on to it. It was just made for a miserable day. It was like, oh.
Well, it makes you wonder, what you guys drinking on the sideline there? Is that really water or is that vodka?
Okay. They had to be out drinking the night before.
Something.
They was drinking something.
I mean,
they had some of that happy juice. Because, I don't know. Either that, Sean McVay paid him off. Something was up. Something was clearly up. It was terrible. It was terrible. But are there any silver linings from this game? Other than the fact there were no injuries.
The silver lining is, so far this season, from what we've seen, we get our butts kicked. Mm-hmm. And the next game we come out pissed off.
Yes.
So that's the silver lining, right?
That is a silver lining. That's very much a silver lining, which, being the fact that it's a division game next week, another NFC West battle, right? This all counts in the standings when they, if in case there's a tiebreaker or whatever, they look at your division record. This counts. So we got to go into Arizona and do our thing. We know the faithful will be there in force, deep. So they got to turn out and be great and cheer the fellas on the field. And like you said, they just got to play angry and be pissed off and have that good bounce back game. Is Murray out or is Brissett going to start again? I don't even know. It's too early in the week.
You want to know the storyline there? The storyline is even if Murray is healthy, they're playing
Brissett. I heard an inkling of that, right? And I didn't dig into it to see how true it was. But seeing, Brissett's performance and stuff, I don't blame him. And Jess says Murray's out. So, hey, there you go. We know who we're going up against.
They could be just using it as an excuse to keep Murray on the bench. Oh, you're still kind of feeling something, buddy. Well, and
we're being cautious with you. The whole we're being cautious with you thing.
Well, November 14th, I believe, is when he checks out. Let me double check this. Oh, that's Friday. Oh, You don't know what November 14th is?
No. What's that?
That's when Call of Duty comes out.
Oh, well, there you go. Well, there you go. He's injured. They got to worry about seeing him. There you go. He's definitely out.
Yeah, he's pretty much checked out the whole rest of the season.
Watch. He'll show up on the injury report as some type of strain he has. Oh, yeah. He's done. See ya. See ya. Jim Everett, where the hell you been? This dude came out of his Bin Laden cave. What's going on,
Well,
buddy?
it's because they actually beat us. So,
Well, it's got to come out.
got to cover up that thing.
Got to come out of hiding sometimes. Good to see you, buddy. Yeah, but yes, division game. We beat them. Get back on track. I think the good vibes will be in the air. Who will be the quarterback on Sunday? Dun dun dun.
You know what else happened Sunday? Another division
Sunday?
matchup. I believe the Rams and Seahawks are playing.
Rams and Seahawks play each other. Yeah, and they get to beat the crap out of each other.
Mm-hmm.
So, hey, more power to them. Let them do that. Are we rooting for anyone in particular there? Do we need like the Seahawks to win?
I don't know. So. I mean, a tie wouldn't help us. We need one of the teams to lose.
Yeah.
So it's kind of. I don't think they've actually played each other yet either. I think this is the first time. So they'll be playing each other twice.
Yeah, this is their first matchup. So, who cares? I don't really care about them. Just let them beat the crap out of each other.
Either one losing helps us.
Yeah, exactly. We'll handle our business either way.
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't matter. But yeah, we just need to, like I said, handle our business, take care of our business, do what we could do. Like I said, the next 3 games, very winnable. The season is not over. I've seen people panic, throw the white flag in the air. It says we're not doing anything. It's over with. We can't do anything. I don't think that's the case. I just think this was just a bad game. Offensively, very early, bad game. Plus the turnover later was bad. Defense, bad game. Special teams, we actually had a good return by Sky Moore, but that was about it.
Well, hey, our special teams is drastically improved over last year, so they have.
They have their special teams had some rocky moments at the beginning of the year, but man, have they gotten it together, and they're playing very well.
Last time I saw, we actually had the 4th ranked special teams, but I don't know.
Really?
I don't know if that's held up. I don't know if that's held up right now. But either way, we're top 10 versus number 32. That's a big pick.
Is that like
yes,
number 4 in coverage or overall? How do they? It
was just that? Overall. It was an overall. Ranking.
Okay. Well, it's just better. I was like, I don't care where they're ranked. It's just better. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Like that's all I care about. Like they're covering kicks. They're not allowing long kickoffs. I still think the coverage could be better because I see other teams like stop guys at the 25, the 20 sometimes on kickoffs. And I'm like, how do they do that? Seems like we're not stopping guys until they get to the 30, but at least it's not a long kickoff. So it's like, it's okay.
Mm-hmm.
But
well, they start like if it touches back, don't they start at the 35?
If it's touched back, they start at 35. Yeah, so it's like we're not really gaining much here, So it makes you think. I don't know. Which, I need Brian here for this one. Thinking of special teams, should the NFL change that kickoff rule? Because now, think about it. You've got these kickers attempting 60 and 65-yard field goals now. Right? So think about it. If they're starting at the 35, they only need 10 more yards to attempt the field goal nowadays. That's all the offense has to get. Is this really what we want to see?
And I'd say no. I'd say no. So they should bring the touchback back to the 25-yard line. I mean,
man, I want it back at the 20.
I remember
I
those
want,
days too.
yeah, I want to go old school. Yeah, I want to go old school, whether it's a punt or a kickoff. If it's a touchback, put it on the 20. Make a team go 80 yards to get a touchdown. I mean, the league says they want to see more offense anyway. Well, if you put it at the 20, that's more yardage. That's more offense that you're going to put out there.
That's right. That's 15 more yards they got to get. So,
Exactly.
what's the problem, right?
So put it at the 20, make them go get it. And we're in this thing of open field, open offense. It's all about the offense anyway. Put it at the 20, make them go get it. That way, if a team wants to attempt, a 65-yard field goal, or even a 70-yard field goal, if they're starting at the 20, at least make them go earn that 20 or 25 yards before they attempt a field goal, right? Make them have to pick up at least 2 first downs before they attempt a field goal. Like now, you don't even have to get a first down. You pick up 8 yards, and it's like, all right, let's put our kicker out there with that doctored up ball that they're using now that just flies through the air.
Oh, that's right. Bryant tuned me up on that.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're able to do whatever they want to their balls. That's kind of
yeah.
But to prep them for kicking, folks. To prep them for kicking, okay?
Pause on that one. Yeah, it's a family show. But yeah.
So it's like, so what exactly are they doing? I see him hitting them with sandpaper, and I just see him doing all kinds of weird stuff to soften it up so it kicks better. But I'm sitting there going, how much are you guys actually sanding off that ball? Like, how much weight are you taking off of it? Like, is there must be a art form to this, right?
It's got to be something to do with the aerodynamics of making it cut through the air better or something, because they're getting longer reach out of it, right? Longer kicks. So, and they're staying up in the air longer. So it is something to it, whether they're, football is kind of scaly, it's kind of rough. And if they sand it down and make it smooth, maybe it just cuts through the air better or something. I don't know. Maybe it's more buoyant. Who knows? There's got to be some type of science. I'm sure there's some type of science behind it. And that's why they do it. But you clearly see the results. Like it's like 60-yarder. Go out there and kick it. 65. Attempt it. Let's see it. So in the offseason, the league has got to do something about the touchback rule. They got to change it in some way. Because pretty soon we're going to be like, all right, they got 9 yards. Here comes the field goal. Kick off the other way, come back. Oh, another 9 yards. Here comes the field goal. We have a field goal fest going on. And I don't think the league wants that. They want touchdowns. So something's got to give.
Oh, I mean, it's all about the offense, right? Like all these rules that have come out since the late 90s, and we want to see points scored. Well, some people actually like watching defensive games. Okay.
True. People love defense. Yes.
And I mean, there was another game. There was a game. I think it was the Broncos Raiders game that I watched, and I was like, well, it's not very exciting, but the defenses sure are playing good.
Yeah.
I mean, what else can you say?
Mm-hmm.
It was another crazy week in the NFL too. Buddy.
Yeah. Always is. Always is. I did terribly in my pick'em. I was like 8-8 on the week. Was it 8-8?
Well, there's 14. I think there's 14 games. Is it 14 games?
Yeah, a couple of teams had their bye. Hold on. I could tell you real quick. But it was not a good week for myself.
Well, there's plenty of people went negative, this week.
I was 7-6 on the week. Not 8-8. 7-6.
It's very rare that people go negative. Wow, I'm 7-6 too.
Well, there you go. See, and
right now, we still got tonight's game.
That's right. That's why we're your hosts, folks. You see how we get along. Who'd you pick for tonight?
I mean, there's all kinds of people that did worse than me, though.
Yeah,
like there's 23 people in the show that there's 23 people making picks.
Right.
Brian actually, right now, he is 8-5.
Okay.
Yeah, he's 8-5 right now, so he's not doing bad.
Yeah,
Terror Dome. Well, Terror Dome's also 8-5. He's like in second place behind Dawn. Yeah, Dawn Dotson's the leader, just so you know. And she's also 8-5.
Okay. There you go.
So doing pretty good. Goes to show you could be kicking butt on the season and just get. Ooh, there are people that have like 7 to 8 losses too, though. Like there's lots of that going on right now.
Yeah,
but right now it's actually looking like Levi. Levi picked the Saints. Yep, he picked the Saints and the Rams. So
okay,
he's only lost 4.
Good for him. But good for him. All right, buddy. Let's get on out of here. We've covered it. We've got to move on to Arizona. Everybody, tune in Wednesday.
Chickens, buddy.
That's right.
It's time to barbecue. It's time to barbecue. Come out pissed off and barbecue. That's
exactly. Right. That's what we got to do. Hey, tune in to the East Coast Red and Gold podcast, 8 p.m. Eastern, here on YouTube. We don't have any guests this week. I'm pretty sure.
Hey, you don't.
But hey, we don't.
you guys get the fancy guests though.
We do. We do.
You do.
We do. Really but there's none this week. I don't think anyone wants to come out this week. But tune in anyway. David, what you got going on this week?
I can't blame them. Well, we got the pick show we were just talking about. Corey Davis 49er Wednesday. It's at 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 7 o'clock p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And Bebop, that's right, buddy. F the Rams. That's right.
That's right. Still, no matter what, F the Rams. That's just the way it goes. But everybody, thanks for tuning in tonight. You have a good one. Stay faithful. David, just take us home officially one time.
Hey, as Corey Davis says, go 49ers and F all 31 other teams.
That's right. See you, everybody.